is useless. Turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, neighbor, if I had wings, just like a dove, I will fly away, and be at rest. Turn to your other neighbor on the other side and say, neighbor, I forgot to tell you, the flight is useless. Back when this world was much younger than it is today, back in the days of long ago, there lived among us a little lad who claimed residence in the Middle Eastern part of our world. This little lad migrated, derived, surfaced, emerged from the southern kingdom called Judah. As we all know, he was known in the biblical spectrum as David. As we further dissect David's biography, we learn that David encountered his nativity in that popular and renowned area of Judah called Bethlehem. He was the youngest son of 8 boys of Jesse the Bethlehemite. David was one of the most prominent figures in the history of the world. David was an elegant poet. Volumes have been written on the trials and triumphs of this man by the name of David. David, a mountain peak among other great legends of the Bible who have been inducted into the Biblical Hall of Fame. It is true, David had been carefully chosen as Israel's second king by God himself. As we all know, as a boy, David was trained to tend to his father's sheep that camped around and about the hills of Bethlehem. Being the youngest of the family, David was not brought into public notice, yet it pleased God to raise David from a low estate and set him upon the throne of all Israel. As we all know, David was overlooked by the prophet Samuel. But the prophet obeyed when God said, arise, anoint David. This is who? This is he that will be the next king of Israel. David, yes, he was a great warrior. He was courageous as a champion and as a great soldier. But now you need to know, David, his fight with Goliath the giant made him a marked man. As we all know, David had not the training of a soldier, for he had not yet reached manhood, dressed like a poor country shepherd boy. David had no weapons other than his sling to assist him in battle. Never in the history of all battles have there been 2 warriors more unequally matched. But as we all know, when David was victorious over Goliath, there was no empty boasting on his part. There was no reliance upon his own powers. For God gave David the victory, and David gave God all the glory. David became a man of war, thus forfeiting his dream in building God a temple in God's holy name. As a musician, because David was such a skillful player on the harp, he found himself with regularity in the presence of evil King Saul. For Saul the king was only soothed by David's great music. David's poetic genius made him the sweet psalmist of Israel. No poet has been so constantly used and quoted throughout the ages. David's majestic psalms are the masterpiece of spiritual literature. As we all know, as a saint, David was accepted as a child of God. The general trend of his life was spiritual. I mean, what other man has had the reputation of being known as a man after God's own heart? However, I must tell you, such an expression does not refer to any remarkable goodness in David. But now, however, David's psalms of praise, worship, and meditation indicate the Godward direction of his life. But then, as a sinner, as we all know, David violated a divine law, yielded to his gross sin in a period of ease, and was rebuked later by the prophet Nathan. David stained his character by his sin against Uriah, and by the deceitful way he gained his gallant soldier's wife as his own. Such a grievous sin brought the bitterness, anguish of heart. David's confession was not a cold, formal acknowledgement of guilt, but a true and heartfelt humbling of himself before God, a deep cry for pardon and restoration to divine favor, as to what Psalm 32 and Psalm 51 clearly proves. Well, but I think I'll tell you, as a prophet, David had a prophetic gift that was not given to many. David was one of those holy men of old, moved by the Holy Spirit to set forth many glorious truths related to Christ as Savior and Messiah. When we come to the New Testament, we find out that the Psalms of David has been quoted more often than any other part of the Old Testament. We're talking about the man they called David. I think I'm going to tell you, though, as a type, not only did David prophesy about Christ, but David resembled Christ in so many ways. Let me give you a few examples. Both Jesus and David was born in the humble town of Bethlehem. Both Jesus and David were low estate here on earth, having no rank to boast of and no wealth to recommend them to the world. Both Jesus and David were shepherds. One cared for sheep, while the other one cared for souls. Both Jesus and David were sorely oppressed and persecuted, but both of them opened not their mouth in retaliation. Both Jesus and David, both of them came to be king. David subdued his foes and had a kingdom stretching from shore to shore. Jesus was born a king and is to have in the futuristic days to come a kingdom that will last forever. So now, sisters and brothers, we have just scanned over a portion of David's biography. But we see him now as King of all Israel. He is no more a young man. He's no more a young man. It was he who said, I once was young, but now I'm old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, neither their seed begging bread. We watch him now. David is now an old man. As David grew old and older as king of Israel, I think I'll tell you the passing years had that effect upon the dynamic and most successful leadership of David in the land of Israel. As the years went sailing by, soon to be distinguished in the darkness of eternity, I didn't want to tell you, but right now, David has now began to experience quite a catalog of life's up and down. Sisters and brothers, at this time, when Psalms 55 was being vindicated, David was now a troubled old man. Problem was now David's only company by day, and sorrow was his only companion by night. David was now a troubled old man. Problems has now broken loose in the life of David, like that dam that broke loose on Jonestown, Pennsylvania in 1849, sending 8,000 victims to a watery conclusion. I tell you, David was now a troubled old man. Sisters and brothers, trouble has now surfaced in the life of David, just like a hurricane invading the inner recessions of his soul. David is now a troubled old man. Even the great joy that God had given unto him back in Psalm 51 and 12. You remember? Back in Psalm 51, David requested God to restore, give back unto him the joy of his salvation. I hate to tell you, that joy has now evaporated. The minutes dissipated, vanished. This joy has now disappeared. It's no more. This joy is gone. David, as we look at him now, he's an old troubled man. Happiness, contentment, serenity, tranquility, joy is now long ways from David, mind, body, and soul. David is now a troubled old man. Tell your neighbor, David is now a troubled old man. Oh, it was told to us that young, tender, beautiful women was brought in to remold, refigurate, reclaim, rejuvenate, reprogram, reschedule, and reanimate the spirit of the old king. It was said these young, tender, beautiful women, they came in and they went through the motion of that explicit, exotic dancing, all right, with their see-through, flimsy gowns on. They went weaving in and out among the king in a most seductive fashion, but still there was no sparkles in the eyes of the old king. There were no joyous expression on his countenance, no spark of excitement in view. His demeanor was still sad, grim, and gloomy. I tell you, David was now a troubled old man. The very state of depression was now holding David as a convicted prisoner. Look at him. Come on, why don't we collectively rub shoulders with his sorrow? Come on, let us shake hands with his anguish. Tune into his pain. Hook up with his disappointment. Look at David. Look at him. I see him in my sanctified imagination. I'm looking at David. Look at him. Look at his troubles. Look at his troubles. Look at David's trouble. His son Amnon has just seized, plundered, ravaged, raped his daughter Tamar. Are you looking with me at David? I said David's son Amnon has just raped his daughter Tamar. Are you looking with me at David? His other boy Absalom has just put to death, slaughtered, liquidated, murdered, assassinated, and killed his brother Amnon for raping his blood sister Tamar. Are you still looking with me at David? Look at him. Look at David's trouble. A host of his political comrades of the kingdom has now turned against him like Brutus turned against the great Nero Rome. Look at David. A quite extensive number of his friends have now fled, left, or abandoned him like rats on a sinking ship out yonder on the contrary Atlantic waters. Look at David. His militaristic powers, his weakened armed forces have dwindled considerably. A great many of his administrative aides, a great number of his generals and captains of his army, a great many of his soldiers have now allowed their prison to grow cold on him. Many of them have now left him and have now connected, associated, bonded, linked, abducted John and aligned themselves with the enemy who was now out to take over the kingdom of all Israel. Look at David. Look at him. Look at him. Are you watching me? Look at David. Look at him. Even his own offspring, own sibling, his own boy, his own blood son Absalom has now joined the army of the enemy to overthrow his father David from the throne of Israel forever. Look at David. Many of the inhabitants of the kingdom that once loved him now hate him because of the wicked that has committed perjury and has now profusely, willfully lied on his character. Unequivocally, I tell you, David was now a troubled man. There he is. I see him. There he is. Look at him. He got one son dead, Amnon. He got one daughter raped, Tamar. He lost his first child by Bathsheba. He got one son that has turned against him and has now connected and brought and gave unified, joined himself with the enemy Absalom. He got friends, political buddies, close aid members of his army who has now left him going AWOL. Look at David. Look at David. Sisters and brothers in this room tonight, with this great catastrophic dilemma that has now set in on David, with all of this preponderous pressure rested on him like an elephant resting on a mouse, with problems of great magnitude diving in and out right after another. The enemy, the wicked, the pain, the terrors of death, the horror with all of this clamor and trouble that has now subdued, encompassed, enshrined, invaded, overran David's existence. Look at him. David, a man after God's own heart. At this time, he could not cope with the pressure any longer. He could not bear the pain no more. He could not endure the agony any longer. He could not absorb all of this trouble no longer. Somebody said David stepped out on the balcony of his royal Israelite palace. He looked into the blue yonder, saw a dove flying with serenity, flying with sagacity, flying with so much peace through the blue rhythm. He couldn't take it no longer, holding his head in the palm of his hand, looking up towards the hills and the heavens. He was forced to cry from the pressure and from the stress of his life as loud as he could right here in Psalm 55 and 6. Oh, if I had wings, just like that dove, I'll fly away and be. I gotta go. I gotta leave. I don't want to hold you. This is the last night. I gotta catch the plane. I gotta get out of here. But before I leave Columbus, I don't want to leave David in the sheep. David is one of my biblical heroes. I don't want to leave him in the sheep that he's in. He got to get away from all this trouble. His burden is heavy. The enemy are many. The wicked are too pressing. The family problems are too great. Horror has come over him. The terrors of death has overwhelmed him. He want to take wings. He want to fly. He says all of this trouble has completely taken over me. I gotta talk with him. I gotta talk with the man. I gotta talk. I don't want to get in position to you, but I gotta talk with my hero. I gotta talk to him. Can I talk to him for a second? There he is. Can I talk to him? Because this don't sound like my hero. This don't sound like the same David who said back in Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. And now here in Psalm 55, he want to take off and fly away. This tonality, this intonation, this overtone is not of the same David that said back in Psalm 27, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, come upon me to eat of my flesh, they stumble and fail. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. The war shall rise against me. In this will I be confident. Now this does not sound like David. Here he's saying in Psalm 55, verses 4 through 6, because my heart is so pained within me, because the terrors of death are falling upon me, because fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, because horror is all around me. I wish I had wings, like a dove, to fly away and be at rest. I gotta talk to David. I gotta talk to David. Can I talk to him? Can I talk to him? Can I talk to him? Tell your neighbor, let him talk to the man. Lift your head up. Dry those tears of despondency from your eyes. Turn around and talk to me. David. This is Pastor Young. David. Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
You said if you had wings. Like a dove. You'll get out of here. You'll fly away and you'll be at rest. Now David, listen, brother, if humans were permitted to have wings here on earth as a part of that human structure, I want to know from you tonight, David, why have you chosen dove wings to fly away? David, there is some other great wings in the bird kingdom other than dove wings. David, let me offer you eagle's wings. Now, David, I am not a zoologist, but I know a little about zoology. David, I know a little about the structural mechanism of winged species. I know much about the makeup of the fowl kingdom and the art and science of the bird family. I do know the eagles have some of the strongest wings in the entire kingdom of the birds. David, an eagle's wing in dimension extend 18 to 20 feet wide. Why don't you let me offer you wings of an eagle? If you just want to take wings and fly away. Why not eagle's wing? Can't y'all hear David saying, wait a minute, right now, holy pastor, I don't want eagle's wing because an eagle has such a terrible ego. In other words, an eagle had what you call eagle's ego. Explain it to me, David. Now, Pastor, what an eagle would do, an eagle would fly ahead of any storm and to let the other birds of the bird family know how bad he is and how strong his wings are. That eagle would turn around and mount up on his wings and fly right back into that storm. I refuse eagle's wings because I've been in the storm too long. I need a little more time to play. All right, David. You don't want eagle's wing? Let me offer you hawk wings. David, hawk has some pretty strong wings as well. Why don't you let me offer you hawk wings? You know, David, a hawk is a bird that can see a rabbit protruding in yonder wood, and that hawk can fly down and pursue the rabbit and fly right back up to the sky. A hawk can see a possum in the field, and he can fly down and grab that possum and fly right back up to the sky. A hawk can see a rat roaming the valley, and that hawk can fly down and and retrieve that rat and fly right back up to the sky. Why don't you let me give you hawk wings? I hear David say, no, you keep hawk wings. I don't want hawk wings, because if you notice the flight pattern of a hawk, all he's doing is going down and coming up and down, up and down. I've had children up and down. Give me wings. Give me wings. Give me wings of a dove. Well, David. All right, man. I'm not going to argue with you, David. I'm not going to argue with you. I know a dove is a submissive bird. I know David, a dove is filled with humility, serenity, sagacity, and a humility of tranquility. It's a bird of peace, David. I know in the biblical spectrum that a dove represents the Holy Spirit of God. But David, why wings of a dove? The dove is constantly running for his life from the eagle. He's constantly fleeing from the hawk, dodging the raven, evading the buzzard, hiding from the crow, escaping from the cutler, blue jay, and robin. David, why wings of a dove? But that's all right, David. That's all right. That's all right. What do you have? Eagle's wings? Hawk wings? What do you have? Cutler's wings, robin's wings, or dove wings? It's all right. The facts still remain the same. All I want to know from you, why do you want wings to fly away?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You say you want to fly away and be in rest? David, don't get me wrong. If anybody understands your troubles, I do. If nobody in this room understands what you've been through, I understand, David. I am well acquainted with your troubles and sorrows. David, I know what you're going through, because, David, in my own life, I can say myself, I've had many tears and sorrow. I've had many questions for tomorrow. David, I've been up and I've been down, sometimes level to the ground. David, I understand what you're going through. But David, I discovered through all I've been through in this life, I finally found out that taking off, getting out, busting loose, flying away was not an ultimate solution to my problem, because I discovered where airplane I decided to fly to whenever I get off the plane. Trouble will get waiting for my life. I discovered, David, that the flight was useless. And you in this room tonight, from the bottom of my heart. Oh, you in this room that are having your ups and downs at this time. You who are having your share of troubles and sorrow, I wish you could take off. I'm serious. I wish you could go on and get away. I wish you could fly away from your problems, and I wish you could fly away from all of your sorrow. I wish I could give you a ticket on a flight to some glamorous spots on the globe where trouble never walked, but I know that's fallacious and fictitious. I know that's impossible. Believe me, I'm serious. All of you who want to get away from Columbus, the burdens are too heavy. The problems are too many. I wish I could send you to great landmarks, great resort areas right here in America, and promise you that trouble wouldn't be there when you arrive, but I know I can't. Believe me, I'm serious. I wish that I could send you to Dolphin Island, 35 north of Mobile, Alabama. I wish I could send you to Mount McKinley National Resort, 163 miles west of Paxsonville, Delilah Highway. I wish I could send you to Hot Springs of Arkansas and let you bathe your body from the hot water of the springs. I wish I I could send you to Monterey Peninsula in California, Boxer Black Canyon in Colorado, Camel Falls of Connecticut, Niagara Falls of New York, Macedonia Brook of Delaware. I wish I could send you to Silver Springs of Florida, Lookout Mountain of Tennessee, Sea Island of Southeast Georgia, the Bowers Rock of Idaho. I wish I could send you to the Yellowstone of Wyoming, Dixie Spring of Illinois, Blackbone State Resort of Ireland, Rock City of Kansas, Mammoth Cave of Kentucky, Avery Island of Louisiana. I wish I could fly you off to the island of Hawaii and let you rest on the beach and let you hear the Hawaiian inhabitant greet you with the word welcome, aloha. Oh, I wish I could fly you off to the great Caribbean islands. I wish I could send you within the Caribbean islands to the great island called Barbados. I let you check into the great Sand Snapper Hotel and let you look over the splendor of this great wonder where some of nature's most beautiful flowers surrounds the whole island. Oh, I wish I could send you to Trinidad and let you lay on the sand of the Caribbean Sea under the great palm trees of the island, allowing the Caribbean sun to give you energy and strength. I wish I could send you off to Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican, Grenada, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands. I wish I could fly off to all 35 islands in the Caribbean. I wish that I could send you to some of these places on the globe where snakes never crawl, spiders never creeps, mosquitoes never bite, places where exhaust fumes are not on the freeway, and crowds are not at the subway, places where the water is crystal clear, places where the night is just as fair as the day, places where you can leave your coats and your boots at the boarding gate because the warm lazy days are followed by the cool mellow velvet night, places where urban survival of a corporate life can be tranquilized by the gentle sound of the waters quietly lapping on the shore, places where white sand beaches are displayed along the great shore of the Caribbean, places where the green swaying palm wave at you from the wind, places even where the calm gentle trade winds cool the air and temper the great Caribbean sun. Talk to me. Places. But then I can't promise you that when you get off the plane, that trouble wouldn't be waiting on you. With outstretched arms telling you, I've been waiting on you. What took you so long? I tell y'all, the flight is useless. On TWA, flight 800, I believe, 228 people left JFK Airport in New York headed for Paris to find rest, only to discover the trouble was on board before they started. Talk to me here a minute. David, I gotta get out of here now. David, you know, you and I have been friends for a long time. David, you have inspired me greatly with all the songs that you've written. David, my heart goes out to you tonight, and I know the enemy has now arrived in your life. I know the weekend is now around you. Horror has now overtaken all around you. Ah, David, I know the terror of death has fallen upon you. Ah, David, I know you want to get out of here. I know you want to take wings and fly away. Ah, but David, haven't you heard that everywhere you go, there is trouble. Ah, David, it was you, David, who said, if I make my bed in hell, he'll there. The best advice that I could give David was, I told David, in your trouble, David, the only thing I can tell you to keep looking to the before me. Will y'all pray for me? Y'all pray for me. I got to leave it there. Good evening, Brad. Good evening, Scotty. So long, Jackson. Deacon. Lay the trust trees in the groves tonight. Keep your arms around your leader. So many days, my body gets tired. I need rest. But sickness and rebels, I come to tell you tonight, I found out in an early age that rest was not in the land, but rest was in a man. So when we evening on the moon is bad, I heard the voice of Jesus saying, come on to me and rest. Lie down, thy weary one. Lie down, thy head upon my breast. I heard Jesus tell me, come unto me, all ye that are labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And guess what I did that Wednesday evening? I found out I couldn't find rest in alcohol. I found out I couldn't find rest in drugs. I found out I couldn't find rest in the fast life. So that Wednesday evening, I came to Jesus. I came to the man who died for me. I came to the man who went in the grave for me. I came to the man who got up for me. I came to the man who's coming back for me. That Wednesday evening, I came to Jesus, just as I was. You should have seen I was worried, wounded, sad, but I found in Him a resting for me. And right now, He made me glad. Good evening, good evening. So long, y'all. No, ain't got no wings here. No, ain't got no wings here. But I got good news to tell you. I do have some wings stored away in the land way of heaven. Y'all don't hear me. I do have some wings stored away. Yes, I do. And what do they need? What do they need? When all of my years come down to 1 year. When all of my months come down to 1 month. When all of my weeks come down to 1 week. When all of my days come down to 1 day. When all of my hours come down to 1 hour. When all of my minutes come down to 1 minute. When all of my seconds come down to 1 second. When they lay me down, when they lay me down, and shut on the graveyard. And when the one that come along ain't none of my flesh. And when the blood shall come along and ain't none of that one. He will take care